1. Definition of history. History is the systematic study of past events, particularly human affairs. It encompasses the exploration, analysis, and interpretation of the past to understand patterns, causes, and consequences of actions, decisions, and events. History provides insights into how societies, cultures, economies, and political systems have evolved over time. Why study history? Studying history is crucial for several reasons. 1. Understanding the present. History provides context to contemporary issues, helping us comprehend the roots and complexities of current events, cultures, and societies. 2. Learning from the past. By examining past successes and failures, societies can learn valuable lessons and make informed decisions for the future. 3. Developing critical thinking skills. History encourages critical thinking, analysis, and interpretation of evidence, helping individuals evaluate information and perspectives effectively. 4. Fostering empathy and tolerance. Exploring diverse historical experiences promotes empathy, understanding, and tolerance towards different cultures, beliefs, and perspectives. 5. Preserving cultural heritage. History preserves cultural heritage, traditions, and identities, safeguarding them for future generations. Different philosophies of history. Several philosophies guide historical inquiry and interpretation. 1. Historical materialism, developed by Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels. Historical materialism emphasizes the role of economic factors in shaping historical developments, particularly class struggles and social change. 2. Great man theory. This theory attributes historical change to the actions and decisions of influential individuals, such as political leaders, intellectuals, or innovators. 3. Annales School. Originating in France, the Annales School emphasizes the study of long-term historical structures and trends, including economic, social, and cultural aspects, rather than focusing solely on political events and figures. 4. Postmodernism. Postmodernist historians challenge traditional historical narratives, questioning notions of objectivity, truth, and grand narratives. They emphasize the plurality of perspectives and the subjective nature of historical interpretation. 2. Sources of history. Historical sources are materials or evidence that provide information about past events, individuals, and societies. These sources can be categorized as primary or secondary. Primary sources. Primary sources are first-hand accounts or direct evidence from the time period under study. Examples include diaries, letters, official documents, artifacts, photographs, and oral histories. Secondary sources. Secondary sources are interpretations or analyses of primary sources produced by scholars or historians. They include history books, academic articles, biographies, and documentaries. Evaluating historical sources. When evaluating historical sources, historians consider several factors. 1. Credibility. Assessing the reliability and trustworthiness of the source based on the author's expertise, bias, and proximity to the events described. 2. Bias. Recognizing potential biases or perspectives that may influence the author's interpretation of events, such as political, cultural, or ideological biases. 3. Corroboration. Comparing multiple sources to corroborate information and identify consistencies or discrepancies in accounts of the same events. 4. Context. Understanding the historical context in which the source was created, including societal norms, cultural beliefs, and political circumstances. 5. Purpose. Analyzing the author's intent or purpose in creating the source, whether it was to inform, persuade, entertain, or memorialize. 3. The writing of history. How history is written. Historians employ various methods and approaches to write history. 1. Research. Historians gather evidence from primary and secondary sources, conducting archival research, interviews, and fieldwork to reconstruct past events and narratives. 2. Analysis. Historians analyze and interpret historical evidence, identifying patterns, causes, and consequences of events, and synthesizing complex information into coherent narratives. 3. Narrative construction. Historians craft narratives or stories that present a chronological account of events, characters, and themes, providing context, analysis, and interpretation for their readers. The role of historians. Historians play several roles in shaping our understanding of the past. 1. Interpreters. Historians interpret and analyze historical evidence to construct narratives and explanations of past events, drawing insights and lessons for the present. 2. Educators. Historians teach history to students, scholars, and the public through books, lectures, and educational programs, fostering historical literacy and critical thinking skills. 3. Public intellectuals. Historians engage in public discourse, debates, and discussions about contemporary issues, offering historical perspectives and insights to inform public opinion and policy making. Bias in historical writing. Historical writing is inherently subjective and influenced by various biases. 1. Selection bias. Historians may prioritize certain events, individuals, or perspectives over others, shaping the narrative according to their own interests, values, or ideologies. 2. Interpretation bias. Historians interpret and analyze evidence through their own cultural, social, and intellectual lenses, leading to different interpretations and narratives of the same events. 3. Presentism. Historians may impose present day values, beliefs, and assumptions onto the past, distorting historical accuracy and understanding. 4. Political bias. Historical writing may be influenced by political ideologies, agendas, or pressures, leading to biased interpretations or censorship of certain events or perspectives. 4. Time division of history. Periodization. Periodization involves dividing history into distinct periods based on significant events, developments, or transitions. Examples of periodization include ancient, medieval, and modern history, as well as specific eras such as the Renaissance, Enlightenment, or Industrial Revolution. Major periods in world history. World history can be divided into several major periods, including 1. Ancient history, encompassing the rise and fall of early civilizations such as Mesopotamia, Egypt, Greece, and Rome, as well as the development of writing, agriculture, and complex societies. 2. Medieval history, spanning the Middle Ages from the fall of the Western Roman Empire to the Renaissance, including the Byzantine Empire, Islamic caliphates, feudalism, and the Crusades. 3. Early modern history, characterized by the Renaissance, Reformation, Age of Exploration, and the emergence of nation-states and global trade networks. 4. Modern history, encompassing the Enlightenment, Industrial Revolution, colonialism, revolutions, world wars, decolonization, and the Cold War era. 5. Classification of history. History can be classified into various subfields or approaches, each focusing on different aspects of human experience. 1. Political history examines the power structures, institutions, and political developments of societies, including wars, revolutions, diplomacy, and governance. 2. Social history studies the everyday lives, customs, beliefs, and interactions of individuals and groups within societies, including social classes, gender roles, and cultural practices. 3. Economic history analyzes the economic systems, trade networks, production, consumption, and wealth distribution of societies, including industrialization, capitalism, and globalization. 4. Cultural history explores the ideas, values, beliefs, arts, literature, and cultural expressions of societies, including religion, philosophy, literature, and the arts. 5. Intellectual history investigates the development of ideas, theories, ideologies, and intellectual movements throughout history, including philosophy, science, religion, and literature. 6. Military history focuses on the study of armed conflicts, strategies, tactics, weapons, and the impact of warfare on societies and cultures. 7. Environmental history examines the relationship between human societies and the natural environment, including environmental changes, resource exploitation, and ecological impacts. 8. Global history takes a transnational or comparative approach to history, examining interconnectedness, exchanges, and interactions between different regions and cultures across time.